all the action as the Tigers try to get back on the winning track. Towson comes into this game with a record of 3-5. They're coming off a 61-48 loss to South Dakota State on Friday night, while the Minutemen of Massachusetts come in with a record of 4-1, but this will be their first game away from the Mullins Center. They're led by Josh Cohen and Matt Cross, those two helping the Minutemen average over 84 points per ball game. The Tigers going to have to get a better offensive effort tonight than they did on Friday night, as Charles Thompson and Christian May combined for just 6 points, and the Tigers scoring just those 48 points in that ball game. Towson has been very good on the defensive end. They'll have to do it again tonight against this high-powered Minutemen basketball team. The Tigers looking to get back to 4-5, and then another game on Saturday against UMBC as they'll try to get the win here at home at TU Arena. We had a chance to speak with both head coaches about tonight's ball game.
Yeah, one, we have to take care of the basketball against them. That'll be probably the 1 and 1A, maybe even 2 key. And then the second thing is both teams are outstanding on the backboard. So, you know, we have a saying with our guys, no rebounds, no rings. So we've got to be able to get after it on the boards tonight.
Really physical team that's very disciplined, defensive-minded, very, and they're a little scarred right now. And so we're going to get their best shot, and I'm excited to see how our team handles our first road game and playing a team like Towson that I know is disciplined and physical the way they are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here in TU Arena, Spiro Marikas along with Jimmy Patsos. And Jimmy, for the Tigers, a chance to knock off a team from a conference that is rated higher than the CAA tonight when they take on this UMass team here at TU Arena.
Look, I've known Pat Scarry a long time. From day one, he has never backed down from anybody. His scheduling, by the way, they beat UMass last year up there. And last year he played Clemson, etc. Well, this year he went up to South Dakota to play South Dakota State, a really good team. He went to the Charleston Classic where he's playing Houston, one of the top teams in the country right now, Wake Forest, North Texas. Well, this is just another tough test for Pat Scarry and the Towson Tigers, because that's what he does, because he's getting them ready for the Colonial. Well, the Coastal, I apologize, the CAA. Well, these games are really high-level games for Towson, and I applaud Frank Martin for coming down here. Frank Martin, whose team, defense, rebounding, they lead the league in assists, steals. He's in his second year at UMass. This is going to be a high-level game, but I applaud both coaches for playing it.
Tigers beat the Minutemen last year up in Amherst, 67-55. So the Minutemen with a little bit of revenge on their mind tonight. Tigers get the opening tap, and they work it up top to Tejada. The freshman gives it off to the other freshman, Dylan Williamson. On the wing to Christian May, who's off to a rough start so far this season. Into Charles. Thompson spins, lays it up, and in.
This will be as good a big man matchup. Charles Thompson just continues to move up the scoring ladder here at Towson, but he can really play inside. Well, Josh Cohen is excellent. He got basically every award. There's a shot from Cross.
Cross from the corner, and he nails the three.
And that was leading into what I was saying. This is the best 4 or 5 combination I've seen this year. I've watched a lot of college basketball.
Cohen and Cross combined averaging 35 points a game.
And they're I believe, number 2 and number 4 in the A-10 in rebounding. Cross, who started at Miami for Coach Caputo and Coach Larinaga down there, went to Louisville. Well, he's turned into a four-man. He reminds me of Zach Thomas, who was at Bucknell, who was all league. There's May with a jumper. Cross and Cohen will be as good a 4 and 5 as you're going to see this year. And they just happen to be playing against Charles Thompson, a legendary big man here in the CAA. So it's going to be a really interesting inside matchup.
And for Christian May, shooting just 28% from the field, that could be a big one, hitting that 10-footer to give the Tigers the lead once again. Jingay drives, stops, puts it up, and travel with the basketball. Starting lineup for UMass, you've got Rasul Diggins, Keon Thompson, Jaden Jingay, Josh Cohen, and Matt Cross. Again, Cross and Cohen combined for 35 a game for the Tigers. Tejada, Williamson, both freshmen. Messiah Jones, transfer from Wofford. Christian May, the sophomore, and Charles Thompson, the 23rd all-time leading scorer in Towson history. Working on the wing to Williamson. Gives it off to Messiah Jones. Messiah backing in on cross, turns, shoots, and hits.
Tough shot, patience in the post. Now for UMass, you'll see some names from places like, Josh Cohen's different because he came from St. Francis, PA, a smaller school, across from Louisville.
Daniel Hankins Sanford, who we'll see plenty of, played for Frank Martin at South Carolina in a foul inside.
We also have Rasul Diggins, a Philadelphia kid who's from UConn. That's the state of college basketball today. But it's who can mesh quickly. Frank's 4-1. UMass off to a good start, 4-1. Their only loss is overtime to Harvard. But they haven't played the schedule that Coach Scarry and the Towson Tigers have played. That's why it's going to be interesting to see how this game goes.
This is their first road game of the year. And UMass has played less games than any D1 team in the country.
Yeah, they're 4-1. I noticed that when I was looking at the stats earlier.
May brings it over midcourt. He's going to take it straight to the hoop, banks it up. No, rebound, knocked around, and goes out of bounds as Cohen tried to save it. So the Tigers with another shot.
Cohen from Lincroft, New Jersey. A lot of guys missed on him recruiting-wise. And then he stays loyal to St. Francis, PA. See, he goes up and doesn't try to foul. He just makes, May has to bounce that off the back of the backboard right in the square because he could have made that. And as you said, May's one of those guys. You know, last year was easier. You got Timberlake, got Cam Holden. You learn from you coming off the bench. Now, the former O'Connell star, but he's learning under, I like that shot.
And that's the second one from the same spot.
Like the mid-range. Christian May, stay with him. You know, played for Joey Wooten and O'Connell, obviously high level as you get out in DC Catholic League, but he's finding his way against really good competition, and it's starting to pay off.
Thompson bank one's no good, and then Jingay has his shot rejected.
Ball remains UMass possession.
And it'll stay UMass ball with 16 on the shot clock as we see Charles go up and block that one.
Well, after the South Dakota trip, this is the start you wanted to take. By the way, I'm telling you, South Dakota State will probably go back to the NCAA this year. They've gone several times in the last 5 years. That was a really tough trip, but I really applaud Coach Scarry for taking it. Well, now they're coming out to a fast start. They're up 8-3.
Trust me, it was a tough trip. 2:45 wake-up call on Saturday morning. There's a three-point shot backed in by Diggins. Diggins leads the team in three-point baskets made. That's his 12th of the season. The Tigers up 2, 8-6. Messiah Jones gives it to Thompson between the circles. Swinging on the left wing to Williamson. Williamson flips it back out to Jones, 10 on the shot clock. Jones going to drive. Works it right corner to Hada for three, and he nails it.
Nice start, great pass, great drive by Jones. Shows patience, gets all the way to the rim, sees a wide open three, and kicks it to the guy for the rim. See, on balance, Hada, good shooter. He played well at South Dakota State other than shooting the ball. All right, he was 4 for 14. But he's continued to be a freshman that's played really well.
Now a foul called by Earl Watson. That's going to be on Messiah Jones. And the Tigers with multiple substitutions now as Jones, Williamson, and Thompson leaves. Chase Parr checks in, the graduate student transfer from GW from Mount Airy, Maryland. Makai Lowry.
I thought Parr played really well last time we were here against Morgan State.
Yeah. And also Tamiwa Suleiman, the transfer from IUP in the game. Spin, shot up, no good by Cross, and the rebound to the Tigers. Lowry over midcourt, comes straight down the lane, stops, and he traveled.
Yep.
Our referees tonight, Tim Kelly, Earl Watson, and Justin Porterfield. Timeout on the floor. 15:50 to go here in the first half. It's Towson by 5, back to TU Arena.
Here we go, 3rd down and 8, and the defense is gonna be coming. Here comes the blitz.
And the defense breaks through the line.
Oh, he wants that quarterback.
Yes, he does.
No. He literally wants that quarter back. He wants to scratch some Ravens scratch-offs.
Fumble. Oh, my. What a game.
Feel the electricity of Ravens scratch-offs. You could win up to $100,000 instantly or enter to win great Ravens second chance prizes.
At MedStar Health, we believe that your day doesn't stop at 5, so care shouldn't either. That's why we have more urgent care locations than anyone in the region, all with extended hours. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
At MedStar Health, we believe that sometimes getting care shouldn't require getting up. That's why we offer multiple ways to get care from wherever you are, 24 hours a day. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
Tonight's game brought to you by Aspen Heights. Aspen Heights offers Towson University students softcasting and housing steps away from campus. It's time to love where you live, aspentowson.com. Let's go to our sideline reporter tonight, Luke Burkett.
Thanks, Spiro. Yeah, Coach Scary was really emphasizing just watch out for those posts, looking for the shots that they want and finding it. When they can't, just passing it out when they need to. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Tigers off to a blazing start, 5 of 6 from the field. Thompson up top the cross, dumps it down low to Cohen. Working on par. Cohen backing in, spins, and a whistle on Chase Parr, and that'll be already, Jimmy, the 3rd team foul on the Tigers.
Number 13, Chase Parr. That's his first, team's 3rd.
Cohen does a good job of as he explodes into his move. Like I had him 2 years ago at St. Francis, PA. Like I said, he became most improved there. He was a player of the year in the NEC. He comes in, but he at the last minute explodes in his move. He'll take a layup and he explodes. A really, really good big man, really skilled guy.
Thompson comes in with a little jumper, rolls around, won't go, but the ball loose in the corner. Cohen tried to save it, but couldn't, and it will go back to the Tigers. Towson with a 3-5 record, UMass 4-1.
Like I said, that's those records are deceiving because of the quality of the opponent played. I just think Pat Scary's team, that's a tough turnover. You don't have to cross over right in front of the guy, especially in the half court.
Also, the Tigers have played just 2 games here at TU Arena. They've won them both.
Yeah, one of the problems, and that was on the mid-major level at Siena and Loyola, the better you get, the less teams want to play you. You know, you're not going to get home and homes. That's why I think the Morgan State UMBC consortium is a good thing that they're doing. I know we go to UMBC this Saturday, but it takes a while to get your home schedule right. But the better you get, less teams want to play you, especially the way the NCAA net is set up.
Diggins up top to Cohen, being harassed by Parr. Tries to dribble and a little back door, doesn't work, and Lowry comes up with it. Tigers with the steal as the freshman drives straight down the lane, feeds it to Parr, who lays it up, rolls around and goes.
Parr continues to show he's gotten better. He had 10 points in the first half
against Morgan. He needs you at the games. That's all it is.
I like him and his brother. I saw them this summer going to New York City.
Now Cohen misses an easy layup, and the rebound by Jingay gets it out to Cross. Work it back to Cohen, backing in on Chase, spins, puts it up, and hits this time. So he made the tough shot after missing the easy.
Missed the easy shot. Cohen's not going to pass it much. That's why eventually I wonder if Towson's going to go double on him. You know, he's known as a scorer in there. Like I said, Frank's team, #1 in field goal percentage defense, #1 in the rebounding in the league. They're actually the top assist team. They don't really have a true point guard. Everyone rebounds on the Minutemen. Everyone.
May with a 3, and he banks it home.
That's 2 banks. Now they're even. UMass had a bank shot, and as we said, May's finding his way. See, I like it. He started with 10 to 12 footers, and now the 3 banks in. See the basketball gods at work.
That's his 10th 3 of the year. So he, Tejada, and Williamson all with 10 3-pointers to lead the team. Pass down low. Almost intercepted by Suleiman, knocks it away, and the Tigers come away with it. Williamson gonna drive the lane, take it to the rack, goes up, and he has it blocked out of bounds.
I'd like to see him pass that one. Just make an easy play ahead. You know, there was guys out on either side, but Lowry, kick it to Lowry, maybe kicks it back to you. You know, once you keep dribbling too much in the paint, you're just rewarding the defense.
Williamson, Parr, and May out. Back in Tejada, along with Thompson, and also the freshman, Jaden Cole checks in.
Yeah, from Toronto, our friend from Toronto. My buddy Shane James was just in town to play at Loyola. He runs Canada Elite up there. Told me Cole's a good player. He's waiting for him to get healthy, correct?
He's played 3 minutes against South Dakota State, was his first action. And now Tejada trying to hit another three, no good, but Lowry the rebound.
Lowry continues to impress me as a freshman. Him and Tejada, two great freshmen. His length, Lowry, came outside of Chicago. He's only getting better.
Drives there, lost it, gets it back, puts it up, no. But he gets his own rebound and feeds it out to Tejada. Give it to Cole. Cole will fire up a three. Cole nails the three. First points ever in college for the freshman. And the Tigers by 11.
The basketball-rich city of Toronto.
Out front, Diggins gonna drive. He'll put it up and in.
That's just a tough shot right there. There's nothing you can do. You do everything there defensive. And Diggins, who's #1 in the A-10, and assists a turnover.
That's 5 points for Diggins.
He's talking to Sam Allard, who's he's the sports information guy for UMass. And this Frank Martin, second year here. Remember, he took South Carolina to the Final Four in 2017. Frank Martin, tremendous coach. Oh, look at that.
And Lowry banks it home.
That's where Lowry,
first bucket.
He's long and athletic, and he's young and got a big upside. Frank Martin really likes this team. Frank Martin likes the toughness of this team. They rebound. They got some old. They got some new. They got some guys that have been around. And they got some new pieces, especially in Cohen and Cross, that are working. It's going to be interesting to see what Frank Martin does. But I do know that he has when you have a feeling the coach really likes his team and sees a big upside for them.
Out of the corner, a three-point shot by Davis, no good. But the rebound by UMass, shot put up by Hankins Sanford, no good. Another offensive board, they'll get a third shot at it.
Very rare you see a Towson Tiger team give up 2 offensive rebounds in a row.
Another three-point shot attempt, no good. And then out of bounds off of Hankins Sanford, and we've got a timeout. 11:25 remaining here in this first half. Tigers with a double-digit lead, 21-10, back to TU Arena. For children 12 and under, the Junior Tiger Club is the official kids club of Towson Athletics. $25 gets your child or grandchild free entry to 10 Towson games. A welcome kit with great merchandise, participation in unique game day experiences, and more. Give a gift that keeps giving all year long. Learn more at TowsonTigers.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Tigers up by 11 as Thompson has it up top. Towson 9 of 13 from the field, while UMass 4 of 13. There's a drive by Tejada, and he's fouled. That'll be the first team foul on UMass.
Pat Scarry in that timeout, I can see him reminding everybody they're a really good rebounding team at all positions. That's what they do at UMass. But that's what we do at Towson. And that's been a staple, especially in this building. There's a reason that they've got, you know, so many wins in the CAA, because you're not going to get extra shots when you come into this building. So he was reminding his team that they're a good rebound. That's what they do. That's what we do. Let's not forget that.
Jaden Cole sits down. Christian May back in. Tejada misses the first free throw. And Jimmy, that's been a problem for the Tigers. They're only 63% on the season from the foul line.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be a work in progress. They've also played a lot of away games. It's easier to shoot free throws at home.
Towson by 12 with 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Cross works it up top to Hankins Sanford. Back left side to Cross. Tries to feed it back to Hankins Sanford, and it's intercepted by the Tigers.
That's the third time Towson's got their hand on a pass.
Christian May trying for another three. This one no good.
It's all right.
And the rebound Cross.
He was feeling it. I like the three. Good shot.
There's a drive by Curry. Lays it up. No. Follow is no good, but a foul called on Cross. Going over the back to get that follow.
Foul on UMass, number
So that's the second team foul on the Minutemen. First on Cross.
That is his first.
Frank Martin and Pat Scarry have a relationship, as Frank actually replaced Pat as an assistant coach at Northeastern when Rudy Keeler was the head coach. Williamson feeds up the left side to May. May into the right corner to Tejada. Tejada back to Williamson, down to 3 on the shot clock. An NBA three, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Hankins Sanford, but a foul called on Christian May.
See, I don't like the foul. It wasn't a great shot. The shot clock went down, just get back in defense. Frank Martin was Steve Blake of Maryland's national championship, Steve Blake. He was his high school coach. Then he did go to Northeastern. Then he was with Ronnie Everhart, and they had an NBA pro there. Then he went with Bob Huggins. Of course, they took the job at Kansas State. When we went to 2012 to the NCAA tournament, Frank was there with Kansas State and Pittsburgh with the Loyola Greyhound team I was with. Great coach. South Carolina did all he could. Felt it was time for a change.
Took Kansas State to the Final 8 and South Carolina to the Final 4.
Yes. And survived working for Bob Huggins. No, I'm just kidding. We love Bob Huggins, but him and Frank were quite a pair, and I mean that in a good way. But you're just talking toughness, rebounding, and commitment to playing defense. But it's a physicality, and that's why this UMass team in year 2 is much improved.
Feed up top to Hankins Sanford. Working on the right side to Curry.
The A-10's improved. I had you. Ooh, look at that move. Can't put
Curry
your hand on
lays it in, and he's fouled by Messiah Jones, and that'll be Messiah's second.
Towson foul on number 25.
I like Curry. Came out of high school. He was in Florida. He was a really good player.
Basket is good.
So the freshman Jalen Curry from Charlotte, North Carolina.
He is. He played high school in Florida. He's just one of those guys. Like, he's going to get better. You're going to see he's already stronger. He was by you. You don't have to foul him. Just let him get the basket. This isn't, not every score matters. So I wouldn't put my hand on him. This is an A-plus reffing crew. I'm being serious. They're going to see that. And now he gets the three-point play.
So it's a 10-point Tiger lead. As Suleiman's back in the game, and Jones has to sit down with 2 fouls. Parr also back in for Charles Thompson. Bounce pass to May, and a little strong there and out of bounds, and the Tigers turn it over. And, talking to Coach Scarry and associate head coach Pat O'Connell before the game separately, and they both said the same exact thing. We have to take care of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not scoring, look, we don't need to keep talking about Cam Holden and Nick Timberlake. This is a new team. They're gone. The points are at a premium. Tough shot right there.
Cross misses, and the rebound to Tejada.
you know, while they're learning to have different people score, the last thing you need is less possessions because you turn it over too much. I was talking about I had GW versus Navy. It's just, they already held him there, but Williamson's got to tighten. He's pretty good, but he's just got to tighten his game up a little.
That's the 16th foul. And the second on Cross. That's big for UMass.
You want to get him out of the cross.
And the Tigers are now in the bonus for the final 8:33.
Love to get to the foul line. So last night I had GW Navy, went to overtime. Great game. Chris Caputo's really got GW playing at a high level. The A-10's improved. But it's always going to be a little bit of a tougher league because they have a little bit bigger people. Well, that's how Scary has always played. Scary has always played a big boy basketball. Can't move on the screen. These turnovers, they're just, the way that Pat Scary's team is struggling on offense right now, these turnovers are compounding it. Now you're up 22-13. Let's get a stop, go down and get a score, getting a timeout. And as you said, and you've been, you know, you're with them all the time, finding a true point guard is the next step for Towson, and that will limit your turnovers. Fair enough?
Rodier Hicks still out with concussion. The Tigers hoping to get him back in the next week or two. He's their starting point guard. Curry, top of the key. Works it up top to Davis with a three, and he hits. So UMass, who was down 12 just a couple of minutes ago, have cut it to 6.
Well-executed play. Davis, freshman from Detroit, Michigan, just came off the screen and fired. There was no help off the screen.
Charles Thompson up top. Gets it over to Lowry. Lowry to the foul line, into the paint, puts it up and banks it home. He's got 4 and the Tigers by 8.
The more I watch him, the more I like him. He just does. He's just got a really smooth game, and he's only going to get better.
They get it to Cohen on the baseline right, backing in on Thompson. Now whips it out to Curry. Curry up top for another 3. This one no good, but Jingay gets the rebound, gives it off to Cohen, who lays it in. Cohen with 4 points and back to a 6-point game.
And but see, this isn't, I know it's a surprise for Towson because they usually out-rebound people handily. This is what UMass under Frank Martin is doing. And everyone on the team, and the rebounding statistics on UMass are interesting. Everyone rebounds, or you're not playing for Frank.
Lowry turns, shoots, way too strong, but he's fouled. He'll shoot free throws when we come back. 6:59 remaining in the half. It is Towson 24, UMass 18.
As a woman-owned and family-operated full-service plumbing company, Donovan Waterworks believes that honesty, trust, and respect are the keys to success. Donovan Waterworks provides plumbing services with the utmost attention to detail through safe, honest, ethical, compassionate, and professional work. We want every homeowner to feel empowered in making their own plumbing decisions. Call or visit DonovanWaterworks.com. Donovan Waterworks, your plumbing worries stop here.
Towson fans, we're in a new era of college athletics in which student athletes are able to monetize their own personal brands, making money off their name, image, and likeness, or NIL. NIL has become a difference maker for programs trying to compete at all levels of Division I, and the CAA is no exception.
Not only have I received value in the deals I've made, but it's been a great impact in the local community here in Towson.
I feel the same. I've been able to work with the youth, but also able to work with some major brands by leveraging my name as a Division I student athlete.
As a former Towson athlete, I've invested in supporting student athletes by contributing to the NIL initiative that support Towson University, which allows individual contributors and companies to make an investment to keep Towson University competitive in this new era.
If you would like to support Towson Tigers through NIL initiatives, please email nil@towson.edu or call 410-704-4668.
We'd welcome the opportunity to help you meet your goals while supporting our spectacular Towson student athletes.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
Tiger fans, Food Lion is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Tigers make in today's game, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to the Maryland Food Bank. This season, a total of 94 free throws have been made, so that's 9,400 meals donated to help our neighbors in need. Mekhi Lowry at the line shooting 2 for the Tigers. He's just 7 of 17 this year. Make it 7 of 18. Towson up by 6 with 6:59 to go here in this first half. Second one is good.
Nice.
Mekhi with 5 points.
Like when our freshmen go 2 for 2, Spiros. We like that.
Tigers' biggest lead has been 12. UMass's only lead was 3-2. On the wing, Davis works it up top to Jingay. Jingay gets it to Cohen in the paint, turns, shoots, and no good as it rolls around the rim, and Charles Thompson comes up with his 3rd rebound of the night.
I love this. Thompson gets the rebound, bringing it up. He's played the most games here. He's above 1,000 points. Do it all. Look, if he scores that, he's getting fouled. He got the rebound, brought it up, waved everybody out, went in the post, and got fouled.
So Charles to the foul line where he's 58% so far this season.
At the line for Towson,
Charles,
shooting 2.
just over 1,100 career points, 23rd on the Tigers' all-time scoring list. First one on the way is no good.
I just saw Kirk Lee, who's
UMass substitution number
in 2 years, he scored 1,600 points here. You remember Kirk Lee? Great player.
I do remember Kirk Lee.
Were you covering the games then?
No, his last year was the last year I wasn't covering.
All right, there you go. A Baltimore legend. Make that. There's Thompson. We'll take 1 out of 2, move with the scoreboard.
And his son Kirk Lee Jr. played for Drexel for a couple of years.
Yes, very good player. St. Francis grad. Played for Nick Miles down there. Now, if you're Towson, you want to get a stop, but everyone has to rebound because UMass is going to go to that glass. Comes off the stagger. This is a double split. You end up posting up either Cross or Cohen. They're going to try to go to the high lows. That's 2.
Down
you can't let him get that
Cross,
position.
who easily lays it in, 26-20.
See, you're trying to front the post, but post defense starts on the perimeter. See, people don't know that post defense starts on the passer and the perimeter. Can't make an easy pass.
Williamson banks it up, no. Rebound knocked out. Williamson gets it back. Tries to feed it out to Lowry, intercepted by Rasul. And he drives, no. And Diggins will go to the line. He'll shoot 2.
They're the live ball turnovers we don't like. See, the live ball turnover. He had the ball, turned it over in midcourt. From foul line to foul line, if you turn the ball over, I work in the NBA for Monumental, which you're on. You know, love Monumental because it gives you NBA look. Oh, that was a lot of college games on. Well, you learn in the NBA, a live ball turnover past the foul line, that's automatic. They're going to score it every time.
How do you like that in-season tournament?
I love the in-season tournament. I think it's fantastic. The guys are playing really hard, and there's money on the line. I know that the main players make money, but it's good for the the lesser players and assistant coaches get a share. But really, it's created a buzz, and it's only his first year. And different teams are showing up, and there's the Pacers and the Pelicans and all that. What I like about it is it's already created. Remember the old days, Spears? We're older. 2 old Greek guys eating souvlaki, right? But we used to think that the NBA started on Christmas. That's what people thought that went around. And I've covered the NBA for 5 years. The level of play is ridiculously high. But this has brought a ton of attention to it, and that brings attention to the basketball world, and that trickles down to the college game. So I like it.
Diggins makes them both. Tigers up by 4 with 5:35 to go here in this first half. Work it to Williamson, spins in the lane, banks it up and in. Dillon with his first points of the game.
Coach Scary approving of that, cheering him on. Our friend from Good Counsel played for G.J. Kissel over there. G.J. Kissel, Steve Howes over at Good Counsel run a great program. That's where Williamson is. And believe me, like every kid from the Washington Catholic League, he's just going to keep getting better in college because you don't get better than training in that league.
Diggins takes it into the paint, feeds it down low to Cohen. It goes up and has it blocked by Suleiman. And then a tie-up, which will go to UMass with 9 on the shot clock.
See, I like that. See, Suleiman went and helped Thompson. Cohen's so good. He's so fluid with his moves. To throw another body at him is not bad. He has a pro game. He's got a little he's got a lot of the Joker, speaking of the pro game. Cohen, he's just gotten better. He's good from the free throw line. He's crafty. He'll pass it. Does a little of everything. Super impressed with his game.
So Jingay will put it into play. Nope, now he leaves, and Jalen Curry will put it into play. Now Jingay says, no, get out of here, I'll do it. Just 9 on the shot clock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good defense on the ball.
Suleiman knocks the inbounds pass away.
That's what I was saying. Like post defense on the perimeter starts. You can't let the passer have an easy one. Suleiman can't just let him throw it to Cohen. He's too good. You know, make him catch it 15, 20 feet away. Oh, double that.
There's a 3-point shot, no good by Diggins, and the rebound out to the Tigers.
I like
Williamson.
that May skying for that rebound.
Up top, work it to May. May to Suleiman, right of the lane, gives it right back to Christian underneath, backs it up and in.
May's done everything. Hit a 3, he's hit a couple of 10-footers, he scored in the paint.
This is the Christian May we've been waiting to see all year. 9 points here in the first half.
But the guy we knew was coming, I was never in doubt.
Feed on the right wing to Curry. Curry tries to drive, and he gets fouled, and
Towson foul on number
UMass will go to the line.
You know, Earl Justin, they've been around a long time. Mike Kelly's as good a referee as you're going to get, Philadelphia-based. They'll let you hold them for a sec. These guys are doing Power 5 games on a regular basis, and this is about as close as you're going to get, these two teams, especially with the physicality and the size. They'll let you bang them for a minute. You can't keep your arm, you can't keep the arm bar on for 2 dribbles. They're going to call it every time.
Curry, an 83% free throw shooter. Tigers with 9 team fouls, UMass with 5.
Curry, the lefty, I like him. There's a reason he averages 8 points. He scores a little bit of it. He can score a bunch of different ways. He's a guy. He's a player who's, you watch him by the end of the year. That's a big miss going into that big rebound.
And how about Lowry just taking it away from the big man Cohen? Tigers by 8, 4:15 to go in the half. Charles dribbles to his left, hands it off to Williamson. Williamson back up top to Tejada. Tejada into the paint, puts it up, has it swatted, gets it back, goes up, and he's fouled. He will shoot free throws when we come back. 3:59 remaining in the half. The score, Towson 30, UMass 22, back to TU Arena. Towson basketball season tickets are on sale. Don't miss any of the action at TU Arena this season. Pick the best seats for the 13 remaining games and be there to cheer on your Tigers all season long at TowsonTigers.com. Luke Burkett, what have you got? Tejada at the foul line, shooting 2. Freshman's first is up and good. He's got 5 points.
People continue to rave around the country about Tejada's overall game and how poised he is for a freshman.
Second one by Tejada, also good. And the Tigers by 10 with 3:59 remaining in the half. Over midcourt, Thompson passes it out to Curry. Up top, and a foul on Tejada. That'll be his second. So now you've got the Tigers with Jones, May, Parr, and Tejada with 2 fouls.
And I know he's competing and playing hard. You just made 2 free throws. You're up 10. And players know when you're in the bonus. Now you're in the double bonus. They're shooting 2 free throws. You just got lucky that Curry missed one. And there you go. They missed another one. UMass has missed another one, which is they're leaving points. Frank Martin's not going to be happy with that. They're on the road. You need every point. They're leaving some points there. Well,
freshman Jaden Cole in to replace the freshman Tyler Tejada.
And Cole's hit a 3. Cole's hit a 3, which is good. That's 2 misses. It's bad. Watch out for that.
And Diggins makes the 3. So instead of the 2 free throws, they get a 3-point basket. I think Frank Martin will take that exchange.
Yeah, he will. Anytime, look, offensive rebounds lead to, 3-pointers or foul shots. So offensive rebounds off the foul line. That's always a bad ending for the team that was supposed to get the rebound, since you have 4 guys and they have 2.
Lowry works it out to Williamson. Up top to Thompson. Back to Dillon. Dillon going to drive. Steps back. Puts up the jumper and hits.
Shot.
Dillon Williamson with 4. And I'll tell you, Jimmy, you've got Williamson along with Lowry, now Cole and Tejada. This is the most Pat Scarry has played freshmen in his 13 years here at Towson.
That's Amos Spiros, because you've been here for all those years. And you know what? Nice block by Thompson.
Nice block by Charles Thompson. The other way comes Williamson. Up top to Charles. Give it off to Lowry. Into the corner. Cole looking for his second 3. No good.
But
the rebound is grabbed on the other side by Curry.
It's a good look. He's got to get back and get it stopped. Just don't want to foul here. There's the hard hedge by Thompson, because Curry's left hand. You don't want him turning that corner.
Diggins drives, banks it. No. Thompson, the rebound.
See what I was going to say before? What I was going to say before is it's nice playing 3 freshmen when you have a guy of Charles Thompson's stature in the back. By the way, high character guy, hard playing guy, stat stuffer winner. It's nice having him in the back. I don't know about that one.
And then it goes off of the Minutemen as Lowry got it off of Thompson. Will remain Towson ball. Tyler Coleman leaves and Suleiman back in. 2:05 to go in the half with Towson by 9. They've led by as many as 12.
Oh, now Suleiman, IUP, perennial Division II power. But you got to keep playing your young guys, because this is how you're going to develop. And the Coastal is a conference that's tough. The top of it, Wilmington beat Kentucky. I saw Charleston almost beat Florida Atlantic. I watched that.
Drexel beat Villanova, and last night Delaware beat Xavier.
And Delaware beat Xavier. So you're going to need depth. And Pat Scarry is going through. This is not just some 3-5 team. This is 3-5 team that's played a tough schedule, that's getting better, that their future's really bright. They're going to get a little healthy. And we know Coach Scarry can coach, that's for sure.
Curry out front, going to launch a 3. That's no good. Charles with his 5th rebound.
See, Charles is just holding him to 1 shot. I like this. He's taking the ball again.
Right to the rack, lays it up, and he missed it.
It's a good move. I like it, coast to coast. Just got to finish.
The other way comes Curry. Swinging on the right side. Now back up top to Hankins Sanford. He'll take the jumper.
Not sure
that's an air ball out of bounds. 1:10 to go in the half.
I'm not sure that's
Neither
what the
coach has
staff
used their
wants.
use it or lose it timeout yet.
No, and they're up 9. You don't have to use it. And UMass, quite a staff over there, too. Alan Edwards, he was here before a little while with Pat Kennedy, correct?
Alan Edwards was here for a year with Pat
He's
Kennedy,
head coach
yes.
at Wyoming, had a couple 20-win seasons. Brett
And then his
Nelson
brother Doug is the director of operations who played for Pat Kennedy.
at Florida State with Dobard, Edwards, Dobard, Sura, Sam Cassell, Baltimore legend, and some guy named Charlie Ward. I remember scouted them. All I wrote next to his name was Heisman Trophy winner. And Brett Nelson, who was really good, he was at Holy Cross, and he was a player from Florida. So they have a really good staff under Frank Martin, but it's year 2. Coach Scary, he's been lucky. He's been able to keep his staff around. Although I still think Pat should be his associate head coach. Pat O'Connell should be a head coach very soon.
And now, timeout by UMass. So 53.4 seconds remaining here in the half with the Tigers up by 9, 34-25.
As an industry leader offering only the
It's one of those situations you want to go up 8 or 9 points if you're that scary. In other words, there's going to be 2 possessions. What's going to happen? But we don't want to send them to the free throw line. And he's got to keep Tejada out because he was him and Todd and May can't play because they have 2 fouls. So you want to manage it, so he has his timeout. Frank Martin's trying to see if he can cut this thing to 5 or 6. You know, going into halftime can be an interesting thing, especially with emotional coaches. But this has been a well-played game. I'm loving how prepared Pat Scary had the Tigers after their. It wasn't the greatest trip out there to South Dakota State in terms of offensive, but you played a team that's right now going to, be picked to win this. They're in the Summit League. They're going to have to win their tournament. Like it's a one and done, one bid league. But he's challenged his team. And now he gets to show them it's paid off and we've got better. Now we're playing UMass Atlantic 10 team. You get to talk about that at halftime. So let's finish without fouling and see if we can increase the lead.
Diggins
go
up
high,
top
low.
to Cohen. Give it out to Worthy. To Cohen down low. Cross goes up. He has it blocked. Gets it right back. Puts it up and in.
And they just staying with it cross. They had a good one. They defended that well and blocked it. Now they're going to hold for 1. You want to shoot with 4 or 5 seconds left so you have a chance to get an offensive rebound and score, but not give the Minutemen enough time to go down the other end.
Tigers can end the entire half here. Shot clock should be off because it's behind the game clock. Williamson just dribbling out front down to 9. Now makes a move. Going to take it. Puts it up. Banks it home with 2 seconds left. And the Tigers will go into halftime with a lead of 9, 36-27. So a good first half for the Tigers.
Really
when we come back, we will speak with the new president of Towson University, Dr. Mark Ginsburg, back after these words. Whoop, no, first we go to Luke Burkett and Pat Scary. Luke.
Coach, you're up 9 at the half. What have you liked so far from your team?
Yeah, we fought pretty hard defensively, and I think the biggest thing is we took care of the ball. That's our number 1 key. If we take care of the ball, we'll find success. Now, they're aggressive defensively, so we've got to continue to take care of it.
Makai Lowry commanding on both sides of the board, just a freshman with, I believe, 7 points so far. How are you liking him?
Yeah, he can't be a freshman, so he's got to keep taking care of the ball, keep attacking. We need him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we'll come back with the new president of Towson University, Dr. Mark Ginsburg. Back to TU Arena. We are at halftime here at TU Arena where the Tigers lead UMass 36-27. And our pleasure and honor to welcome in the new president of Towson University, Dr. Mark Ginsberg. And Dr. Ginsberg, fun first half, huh?
Oh, great first half, Spiro. Great first half. Terrific. Really impressive.
All right, you've been here 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
So this is the last time I'm going to call you the new president. You're going to be an old hand after this. But,
become a veteran quickly.
How have you found it so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's been inspiring. And, you know, my wife Elaine and I have just felt so welcome to the Towson community. We felt a part of it so quickly and have really enjoyed being part of it. It feels to us like home, and it's become quickly our home. So it's been terrific.
Now, you're here all the time for the basketball games.
Yeah.
I have to assume you enjoy basketball.
Oh, I love athletics and big basketball fan. Of course, we were pleased this afternoon. Our Towson women's team, coming from Mason, I've been saying that occasionally. Our Towson women's team, our Tigers, had a great game against George Washington this afternoon, and our men are doing great this evening against UMass.
It'd be great to be two A-10 teams in the same day.
Great doubleheader against two A-10 teams. Terrific day for Mason basketball.
Since you came from an A-10 school, you can go back and brag.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to brag big time, and looking forward to the future season and what's happening here for Towson basketball, both for our men and women, and it's a really exciting time for Towson athletics.
Now, in the next week or two, your first commencement will take place.
It is, in 2 weeks.
As someone who graduated in the fall, I kind of like the fall commencement. How do you see that shaping up, and how do you approach a commencement?
You know, after all the commencements I've gone to over the course of my career, I always find it to be one of the greatest days. Exciting and inspiring, and I just love to see the smile on the face of our students as they walk across the stage and to greet the parents afterwards. I never get tired of it, and in 2 weeks we'll celebrate the graduation of many of our students this fall here at Towson. And I know it's going to be a great time and a great experience and a great celebration.
It's quite the dichotomy because you deal with the graduations, and then I don't know so much in the spring, but in the fall, you welcome all the new freshmen who have no idea how fast their time is going to go by.
That's right, and you know, this fall we welcomed the largest incoming class in Towson University's history. And November 15th was the early action date for early action application date for students applying for the fall. And it was the largest number of applications the university's ever received. And so I think it says something great about the university. And so many students, prospective students, are interested in looking at us. And we know we're going to have a very large incoming class again next fall. Really exciting.
Any resolutions for the new year?
I'd like to say to get to the gym more.
You and me both.
I'd like to say get to the gym a little bit more and maybe see Coach Scary over there in the mornings too. But you know, the thing that I'm going to try to do more than anything is to continue to listen. Because I think the most important thing I can do as the new president of Towson is to listen, to hear what people say, and to try to understand their perspective as we frame a perspective for the next era at TU. And so that's what I'm hoping to do, and really look forward to the next few months as we continue that process.
Well, when you get to that gym, you can wear that new jersey they gave you tonight.
Wasn't that great? Wasn't that a great gift?
That's
and it was
right.
such a surprise. It was such a surprise.
You can wear that
so
to the gym.
It was good. I'm going to try to do it with sweats to keep sweating, I think, too.
Dr. Ginsberg, thank you so
always
much.
A pleasure to see you, Spiro. Great job, and always a pleasure to have a chance to come to Towson Athletics.
Happy holidays.
Thanks. Same to you and your family.
We will come back. It is halftime. Tigers lead 36-27.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Holiday scratch-offs. Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. You're sure and less money on groceries means.
At MedStar Health, we believe that your day doesn't stop at 5, so care shouldn't either. That's why we have more urgent care locations than anyone in the region, all with extended hours. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
At MedStar Health, we believe that sometimes getting care shouldn't require getting up. That's why we offer multiple ways to get care from wherever you are, 24 hours a day. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
As a woman-owned and family-operated full-service plumbing company, Donovan Waterworks believes that honesty, trust, and respect are the keys to success. Donovan Waterworks provides plumbing services with the utmost attention to detail through safe, honest, ethical, compassionate, and professional work. We want every homeowner to feel empowered in making their own plumbing decisions. Call or visit DonovanWaterworks.com. Donovan Waterworks, your plumbing worries stop here.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot, $435 million. That's right, $435 million. Play today at any Maryland Lottery retailer. Must be 18 years or older to play. Please play responsibly. Tigers up by a score of 36-27 here at halftime. And Towson shot 50% from the field, while UMass 33.3%. Tigers were 3 of 8 from three-point range, 4 of 11 for UMass. Christian May with a good first half for the Tigers, 9 points, although he did pick up 2 fouls. As the Tigers tried to work it inside on the Minutemen, and were able to do that, as May with a couple of jumpers early on and then hit the 3. UMass led in the first half by Diggins, who had 10 points. As Tejada for the Tigers, we watch him make that 3. He had 6 points in the ball game. Towson 5 of 8 from the foul line, while the Minutemen were 3 of 6, and Towson out rebounding UMass 21-15. So Jimmy, if you're Pat Scarry, what were you telling guys at the half?
Well, you have to continue to do what you're doing, which is to match the UMass Minutemen and Frank Martin, because they're an extension of him, their physicality. You know, they're a good rebounding team, and that's what Towson does well. But they are running into someone else that does, and if they've matched their physicality, you got to be pleased being up 9. You got to be pleased having 36 points if you're UMass, if you're Towson. But with UMass over there, this lead isn't safe. But what I would tell if I was Coach Scarry is I would rest on the laurels of the tough schedule we've played. We have played a difficult schedule to prepare us for this moment. Now let's finish.
So the Tigers up by 9. We come back with the second half at TU Arena. Tonight's ball game brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly. By MedStar, it's how we treat people. Lito's Pizza, we never cut corners. And Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. So the Tigers up 9, looking for their 3rd victory in 3 tries here at TU Arena, while the Minutemen, with their first road game of the year, looking to get that first road victory under their belt.
I'd like to talk to Mark Ginsburg. He's the new president of Towson. Good job, Spears. I was watching the interview, and he knows how important basketball is. He knows how important football, lacrosse, all these sports are, but he's been here several times, and to see the Tigers up 36-27 against an Atlantic 10 foe, this is a big game. It's nice to see the new president. His wife worked 40 years at the University of Maryland, and he was there at Maryland, and of course he was at George Mason. So he understands the importance of basketball. He understands what Coach Scarry is doing for the students, the regular fans, the band, the dance team, everybody. It's all part of what goes in the university. But Scarry's won a lot of games. Scarry and the Tigers have won a lot of games at home, and that is valuable to the whole university.
Tigers have possession to start this second half. Thompson gives it off to May. May going to drive, lays it up. No, but he's going to go to the line. And of all the problems Towson has had scoring this year, the one that really stands out to me is that Christian May, who last year was an 88% free throw shooter, is 7 of 16 from the foul line.
Yeah, he's excited. He's turning into a new role. It's never easy to go here. He had guys around him that had a lot of experience. It gives you confidence.
You just have to figure
he's finding his own way. And I said this earlier, Spears, shooting free throws is easier at home. But because Scarry has chosen to play, he could have played Division III teams. He could have played some other. He chose to play a really tough schedule, and that meant going on the road.
Christian 1 of 2. He's got 10 points to lead the Tigers, and they have that 10-point lead. Feed down low and Cross all alone. Somebody missed their assignment and an easy layup. Cross with 7 points. Over midcourt comes Williamson. Correct that, make it 9 points for Cross. Messiah Jones hands it off to May. May gonna step back, fire a 3. No, but he's
That's
fouled.
though.
He'll shoot 3 free throws.
So he'll make these 3.
That's the second on Diggins. And quickly, in less than a minute, UMass has picked up 2 fouls. So May at the line shooting 3. Tigers' biggest lead has been 12. First free throw is good. May, sophomore from Edinburgh, Virginia.
I think him, Tejada, you have some different guys playing. Williamson. Yes, May played more last year on a really veteran-laden good team, another team that was in the top of the CAA for a reason. Well, they're finding their way, but they're ahead of schedule. And don't forget, I said this before, they played Houston, they played Wake Forest, North Texas, who won the NIT. They went to South Dakota State, tough trip, a team that's been to the NCAA in the past 2 years and may go again this year out of the Summit. These things are making them stronger and better. You just have to have a little patience. And Coach Scarry has had a lot of patience. I've known him a long time. He's a fiery guy. He's done a really good job with this young group, but it helps having Charles Thompson, the consummate veteran, playing center for you.
Josh Cohen now with 6. Now May goes in for the slam. He missed it, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line. He's got a chance to get a career high here. His career high is 14 points. He's got 13. He had those 14 points against William and Mary last January. So the sophomore, who was 4 of 5 from the foul line here in the first minute and 18 seconds, hits the first. And gets set for the next one. Tigers back to a double-digit lead. It's 11, 42-31 with 18:40 to go. Thompson over midcourt. He's going to drive. He'll take it to the hoop. He lays it in, and he is fouled.
What I don't like here is they're going inside. UMass is going inside too easily, whether it was a high-low, whether it was a drive. That's an and one, but these are points in the paint. And once again, Coach Scary's not just going to give, Coach Scary and the Tigers are not going to give points in the paint up easy. And they're scoring too fast. Like, UMass should have to work harder for those points against Towson.
Thompson, with his first points of the game, came in averaging 8 points per ball game. So Tigers by 8 with 18:30 to go here in the ball game. Williamson brings it over midcourt. Passes between the circles to Thompson. On the right wing to May. May works it to Thompson. Handed off to Williamson. Williamson going to launch a three. That's short, but Thompson, the rebound, missed the layup.
Yeah, I would have liked to have that
Charles
one back.
has missed a couple of those tonight. Thompson the other way. He goes, and he's going to go for back-to-back three-point plays.
See, these are in the paint. He's a tough kid from Hargrave. He's from Indiana, but he went to Hargrave Military, which is a illustrious, famous place where numerous great basketball and football players, including our friend Kevin Blank, went there when he played with Eddie George. Hargrave Military. Thompson's ready to go. He's a strong guy. You know, he's not one of these guys that's going to back down. And you leave an opening like that, he's a sophomore. He was here last year for Frank's first year. He's getting better. But you, once again, if you're the Tigers, you have to retreat back and then not give up layups.
For Dylan Williamson, that's his third foul. He leaves the game. Mekhi Lowry back in to replace him, and the lead that was just 11 is down to 5 on back-to-back old-fashioned three-point plays by Thompson.
And that's a 2-2-1 pressure where they actually try to trap coming over half court.
Tejada in the corner, no good, but May on the other side able to grab the rebound.
It's part of pressure defense. Sometimes you get the team to shoot uncharacteristically early, and they did.
Tejada drives, he banks it up, no. Rebound comes out, Suleiman's got it. He'll drive, he'll put it up, and then he's fouled.
That's just a toughness play. See, he played for my friend Joe Lombardi at the IUP, a Division II powerhouse. He's not quite as big as you would like for a center, but he's a really tough forward inside. He got that ball, scrapped for it, then took it and got an and one. Suleiman had 10 points against South Dakota State, too. I think his better days are coming. He was a nice pickup for the Tigers this year.
84.5% free throw shooter so far this season. And he converts the three-point play. And Jimmy, we've played 2 minutes and 20 seconds. UMass has 4 fouls. The Tigers have 2.
Well, it's a physical game. That's how they play. And then that's when you got to make your free throws.
Up top, Thompson. Work it. Top of the key to Cohen. Gives it over to Cross. Back to Cohen in the lane. Banks it home. Cross with 8, averages 18.6.
You don't think Cohen's going to get it off. Look, he's never going to be confused with a high jumper, okay? His verticality is not tremendous, but he's really, really good skill player, but he knows how to use his body and create space. You can't block a shot, and he gets it up around that basket. He is tough to stop. Really, really impressed with his game.
Tejada whips it out. May for a 3. Got it! Christian May with 18. And that's his second 3 of the night. The other way, UMass.
Oh, I thought that was a late call.
It is. Foul on Lowry.
Towson foul.
That's his second.
Number 11, Mekhi Lowry.
And Cross to the foul line.
That's his second, team's third. At the line for UMass, Matt Cross.
Cross with 9 points, came in averaging 16.4.
Massachusetts kid, went to Brewster Academy, an Under Armour school that we've had for a long time in our program. Tons of pros, tons of high-level players. Matt Cross was probably not the best player on his high school team. That's how good Brewster was. Goes to Miami, through Louisville, and finds his way here. And him and Cohen are providing a 5-4 1-2 punch on the inside that's looking like they're going to make a lot of noise in the A-10.
48-40 as Cohen leaves and Hankins Sanford back in. Lowry brings it over midcourt. Gives it out to Thompson. Charles going to take it down the right side. He's backing in. He spins. Hook shot. No. And the rebound off to UMass.
Right now, Cross is playing the 5 for UMass. You got to stop the ball.
Thompson hits the jumper, and he is fouled.
There's a miscommunication. In transition defense, there are no matchups. In other words, when you're running back, sprinting back, everybody just has to match up and get a guy. Now, if you have to cover a guy for a few seconds until you get your matchups right and switch, no big deal. But they lost Thompson, which is surprising because he's really playing well this half. He's come out on fire. You know, he's already got 2 3-point plays. Well, and this is going to be a third.
And now you've got Williamson and Tejada both with 3 fouls.
But the problem is you have to, now they're picking up full court man. This is full court man with no trap. They're just making Towson play a little faster. And this is where, you know, the other team scout. There's really good scouts. Both coaches know what they're doing. They have good staffs. Who's the true point guard on Towson? We don't know. So how do you mess with that? You pick up full court, or you trap 3/4 court.
And a foul on UMass down along the baseline. That's their 15th foul, and we've only played 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Timeout on the floor. It's Towson 48, UMass 43, back to TU Arena. Tigers up 5 with 15:57 to go in the game. Let's send it to Luke Burkett. Luke?
Thanks, Spiro. Yeah, the talk inside the huddle was guard, guard, guard. Tigers taking too much on defense, trying to be too proactive, letting up too many three-point plays, not trying to have too much more of that here in the second half. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Thompson's got 3 old-fashioned three-point plays in the first 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
Yeah, 2 layups and a 10-footer where they hit his arm. Now Cohen's gone out of the game. You want to get him back in. If you're UMass, you're playing a little smaller. You know, Cohen's your best player, but they've gone a little smaller to see if maybe that creates a problem for the Tigers on defense, and it has.
Thompson gives it to May. May feeds, work it out to Cole. The freshman drives in, scoops it up, no. And we've got the ball goes out of bounds off of Worthy.
So you have freshman,
Tiger ball.
Back to what you said, freshman Cole, freshman Lowry, sophomore May. Okay, you got Thompson and Solo on older guys. That's a good move by Cole, but this is big boy basketball. You got to finish hard at the rim.
Suleiman misses, and then Thompson going to get called for going over the back. That'll be his first, and both teams now with 5 team fouls. Buckle up there, Jimmy. We're going to be here a while.
Oh, yeah, a lot of free throws, tough physical game. That's okay. Look, you're up 5 if Towson. You knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. You beat them by 10 last year, by the way, or 12. You went up there and won by 12. They remember that. But Frank Martin in year 2 has done, like I said, I've talked to some of his staff and his communications director. He likes this team. He's happy where the progress is at. And it has a lot to do with that guy, Cross. Cross and Cohen are 2 inside presence, and everybody else has grown up on his team.
He's got 12 to lead the Minutemen. May with 18 to lead the Tigers. Thompson backing in on Cross, who's playing with 2 fouls.
Somebody's got to fill in on this side. It's a foul.
And Thompson gets fouled by Cross. That'll be his 3rd, and he is not happy with that call.
His hands were leaning over a little. They really got to go up, but what you got to do sometimes, you got to just get off the air a little bit when he goes to make that move.
As we watch the replay.
I like Coach Scary. He's telling Cole what I said. You're going to drive it in. You're playing Frank Martin and UMass. This is big boy back. Donta Bright from Baltimore, who played there. Dana Dingle from New York, whose son's a really good player in college now. You have Marcus Camby. This is John Calipari, Dr. J, Al Skinner, Rick Pitino. UMass is a big storied program, and that's why I like Scary bringing them down here.
Let me tell you a little bit of trivia.
I'll give you one, Spiro. I love that.
The first college basketball game ever broadcast on ESPN2.
ESPN2.
Was Towson versus UMass.
No way, Spiro.
I was there.
Was it Pat Kennedy versus Calipari?
It was the preseason NIT. Terry Truax. The Tigers beat St. John's in the first round. Went up to UMass with Marcus Camby, Dante Bright. As a matter of fact, Dante's first cousin, Scooter Alexander, played for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah, he's a great scorer here.
Tigers' 3rd all-time leading scorer.
Is he 3rd? Wow.
Yep. There's a bad pass intercepted by the Tigers.
Good steal right there.
And the Mullen Center had just opened.
Sure, the house that John Calipari built, because they used to play in the rack. It was some crazy little gym they played. A nice move.
Lowry with the bucket, 7 points.
Showing his Chicago toughness. Now run back and match up and stop the ball.
Tigers back up by 6 with 14:40 to go.
We're going to switch that. See, good switch by Towson.
Work it on the left side, and a foul on Towson.
Well, they know they're calling it tight, so they're going to call it tight both ways. What trivia? ESPN2 just starts then. You go up there to the Mullins Center. How'd you do?
Got killed.
But you beat St. John's to get there.
That's right.
Terry Truax had some DeMatha connections, didn't he?
He went to DeMatha.
He went to, okay, I knew he knew Morgan. I knew he went there.
And he was teammates with your good friend Gary Williams at Maryland.
Yes, that I knew. I knew there was a DeMatha connection. We came up here. He almost beat us in the Baltimore Arena. We beat him by a couple. It was like on a snowy Christmas night or something.
You got lucky on a horrible call on Stevie Thomas.
I don't remember any of that. I just remember winning and getting the bus ride home, thank God.
Rebound grab by Christian May.
Yeah, they played it was in the Baltimore Arena, right, Spiro?
Yes, it was. And a foul called on UMass. That'll be their 7th. Rick Hartzell was a referee in that game.
From the old athletic director at Bucknell. He was a big-time referee. Now, Cohen's back in the game, so he's decided to go a little, well, he's not going that big, much bigger, Frank Martin, because Cohen, who's clearly a 7-foot center, but everybody else, because Cross has his foul. Cross picked up his 3rd.
All right, Williamson's only been to the foul line 3 times this year. He's made 2.
He's playing well. He had a good first half.
Freshman with 6 points, make it 7. So the Tigers and the Minutemen are in the bonus for the final 14-14.
It's interesting, as I thought the referees really let him play in the first half, but both teams are so physical that there's going to be fouls.
Dillon gets them both. The Tigers by 8. Curry over midcourt. Get it up top to Cohen. Cohen to Hankins Sanford. Back up top. Feed it in the corner, and a foul called on the Tigers. That's going to be on Suleiman.
Maybe the referees are getting paid by how much they blow the whistle. No, that's right, they're not. Because that was kind of an unnecessary call. Now they're calling it both ways, but it's not a meaningless call because now they're going to shoot the ball. In other words, when I coached, I want referees, when they're in the bonus like this early, like it has to be a real foul. Don't just call some foul that could have been ticky-tack because both teams are playing hard, but he is talking to Frank Martin right in front of the bench, and somehow that influence gets through.
Now Hankins Sanford just 2 of 6 from the foul line this year, and of course he makes that one. 53-46, UMass by 7, or trailing by 7 with 13:55 to go in the game.
Yeah, Hank and Sanford went to South Carolina last year. They played with G.G. Jackson, Lamont Paris. They're after a good start, South Carolina Gamecocks this year. But he was recruited by Frank Martin. So after 1 year, decides to come back and play for Frank. He's got a big body. He's a big boy body that's going to have a lot of impact in the A-10 this year. I like the strength of Frank Martin's UMass team. I like the physicality of them, but yet, like I said, they got a couple freshmen, they got a couple young guys, they got a couple transfers. They have an interesting mix. I really like the look of his team going down the road.
And there's a lot of contact and no foul called. It'll remain Tiger ball with 8 on the shot clock.
And Scarry wasn't even upset. He just said, run your out-of-bounds play. Like, this is how Pat Scarry likes to play. Pat Scarry, great point guard at Tufts. Don't be fooled. Great player at the Division III level.
And a foul on Josh Cohen. That's his second, and Chase Parr will go to the foul line.
That's his second. At the line for Towson, Chase Parr shooting 1-1.
Front end of the 1-and-1 by Chase is no good, and Cohen the rebound. Working up top to Diggins. Diggins tries to pass inside and intercepted by the Tigers. Pass to May in the right corner. Works it back out to Williamson. Left corner, Suleiman for 3. Good!
Nice. It's a big 3 off the catch. Nice 3 off the catch. You got to fix the net. Cohen had dove for the ball. Bad bounce, bad post feed by UMass, although Parr helped that by making a good defensive play in the perimeter. Charles Thompson out there cheering on his teammates. What a great leader he is. Well, in transition, Towson drives the ball, then hits Suleiman for a 3 in the corner. Nobody sprinted back to match up with him.
Cohen double teamed. Flips it to Davis Jr. on the left side. He'll fire a 3, and he hits.
That's a tough shot right there. Their defense was on him. My freshman from Detroit, Michigan.
So Towson by 7 with 12:40 to go. That's where we were at halftime. Towson was by 9 at halftime. There's a drive by Williamson, and he lost it out of bounds. And it will be UMass ball. Tyler Coleman checks in. Suleiman sits down. Pat Scarry not happy about something that Tamiwa did. Curry brings it over midcourt. Feed on the right side to Diggins. Now up top to Cohen. Cohen hands it to Curry. Back over to Diggins on the right. Diggins going to take it into the paint. He goes up. No. And May grabs it quickly ahead to Williamson. Williamson going to drive. Williamson lays it up. Basket's good, and he's fouled.
No one helped that play. If you watch that on a replay, Chase Parr running so hard down the court, sprinting. That's the old Kansas rim to rim. So nobody can come over and help. And then the Euro step works. Parr runs down and then seals his man and opens up the lane for Williamson.
So Williamson with 10 as he'll go to the line. We've already seen Christian May with a career high tonight of 18. Dillon had 15 in the opener against Colorado. He's got 11 tonight. He'll leave, and Mekhi Lowry checks in. Both of them playing with 3 fouls. Coach Scarry's got to be careful. They're the only 2 point guards he's got. Thompson over midcourt.
See, I like the hard heads by Parr, not letting him turn the corner.
There's a drive and a foul. If that's on Lowry, that is his 4th, and it is. Timeout on the floor. 11:53 to go. Our score: Towson 59, UMass 49. Back to TU Arena.
Any Thursday Tiger fans, this last call. All Pearson.
As a woman-owned and family-operated full-service plumbing company, Donovan Waterworks believes that honesty, trust, and respect are the keys to success. Donovan Waterworks provides plumbing services with the utmost attention to detail through safe, honest, ethical, compassionate, and professional work. We want every homeowner to feel empowered in making their own plumbing decisions. Call or visit DonovanWaterworks.com. Donovan Waterworks, your plumbing worries stop here.
At Neo Pizza and Tap House, never expect ordinary. That's because Neo Pizza and Tap House is the perfect gathering place for made-to-order pizza, wings, salad, and great times. Plus, Neo Pizza's amazing self-serve craft beer, wine, and cocktail tap wall. Neo Pizza and Tap House. Never expect ordinary. Visit our 2 newest locations, Owings Mills and Towson.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about, Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
Tigers up by 10 on UMass with 11:53 to go in this ball game. And the Tigers, Jimmy, out rebounding UMass 29-21. Coach Scarry said the key to this game was going to be turnovers, both teams with 6.
Yeah, but Towson has points off of the turnovers. In other words, Towson has 12 points off the turnovers, as I talked about live ball turnovers. So they're taking the turnovers and turning them into points. UMass only has 5. And the bench has been good for Towson, but they have 18 points. That's why they're up, because their bench is playing well and they're creating points off their turnovers. The rebounding war, I always expect Coach Scarry's team to out-rebound the other team, but I was impressed with the statistics coming in. But that only fuels Scarry and his staff to preach rebounding more.
And now a 5-second count on the Tigers.
UMass ball.
And UMass down by 8 with a chance.
So you can run the baseline, Pat Scarry. When you press a lot, you get used to that. But then people don't press like they used to. I worked for Gary Williams. Everyone knew you could run the baseline because we pressed after free throws every day over the last 2 minutes of practice. So, but I like UMass and Frank Martin. Let's create a little difference. Let's press.
Cohen in the corner. Gives it off to Thompson. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Cohen. Going to back in on Thompson. Puts it up and blocked by Charles. Into the hands of Williamson. Work it left side to Tejada. Now to Williamson between the circles.
They just switched that, so Thompson's mother switched back. Cohen's now gone. But be careful on that sideline.
8 on the shot clock. Williamson feeds it over to Jones for a 3. That's no good, but Thompson the rebound.
That's where Thompson's so valuable. He just knows, he follows the shot, almost Dennis Rodman-like in terms of knowing where the ball's going to go.
Charles with 7 rebounds, and we've got a foul called. And that's on Cohen. That's his 3rd. So Cohen and Cross each with 3.
Well, when you call this many fouls, they're going to be spread out all over the place. So you got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You got all kinds of guys with fouls because they're blowing the whistle a lot.
Charles at the line with 4 points. Make it 5. He's now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 10:58 to go with the Tigers by 9. They have only trailed for 26 seconds in this game.
Yeah, and I said this earlier in case you joined the broadcast late. UMass is 4-1. They haven't played that many games. This is their first time away from home. Frank Martin's 2nd year. He's doing a really good job. Big fan of Frank Martin. He's getting that toughness in his team. But they haven't played the schedule that Towson's played. And Towson's schedule right now, to me, is paying off.
1 of 2 from the line for Charles. Tigers by 9.
You can't let Thompson drive right. He is going to go right. He brings it left to come back right. You cannot let him drive right. That's where he's got those and-ones.
There's a feed to Hanford. Sanford tries to throw it in the corner, and Williamson knocks it out of bounds. 13 left on the shot clock.
UMass possession.
So Davis Jr. will throw it in.
And Worthy, see, he's another a true freshman out of California that Frank Martin is playing. Like I said, he's got an interesting mix of transfers and some younger players.
There's a quick drive by Thompson.
Proving me wrong. He just drove it left and went hard. Now, he finished with his right hand, but he is really having a great second half.
11 points all in the second half. Williamson down low to Coleman. Gives it back to Dillon, spins in the lane, throws it out front for May, and he's got to save it, but he stepped on the midcourt line, and the Tigers turn it over.
Well, at least it went out of bounds. At least it went back court, and they didn't have to run. They didn't give up any points. I like Charles Thompson. We're fine. We're up 7. He's encouraged his team. He's tough with the ball, he just said to his teammates. Because he's been through the wars in the CAA.
Thompson Jr. brings it over midcourt. Sophomore from Maryville, Indiana. Back up top. There's a drive by Davis.
This is just a tough finish.
He's got 8. And it's a 5-point game midway through the second half.
You see, they're just picking them up full court, and that's making it more difficult for Towson to run their offense and get the looks. Now it's under 20 before they enter their offense.
Williamson drives. He goes through, scores, and he's got a chance at another 3-point play.
Foul on UMass number 5, Keon Thompson. That's his first.
Yeah, he just Euro stepped through. He's a slick player in there. Williamson and him and Thompson, 2 young guards. They probably played against each other in AAU. This is good counsel. This is Hargrave military. All these young guys play against each other in their week. Remember, sometimes on the weekends they play AAU. Williamson's going right back at him.
Williamson converts the 3-point play. He's got 14. 9:43 to go in the ball game. The Tigers by 8. Every time the Minutemen get closer, the Tigers pull away a little bit. And there's a nice move by Hankins Sanford. He's got 3 points.
I only played him. He was in a Power 5. He was in a Power 5 conference.
Suleiman looks like he's hurt.
He's fine.
Thompson up top, over to Williamson. Williamson feeds back to Charles, lays it up, missed it, but he's fouled.
Great catch by Thompson. Once he catches, it's trouble for UMass. They can't get over there. UMass, now what Frank's doing, I'm getting texts all over the place. Martha's Vineyard, my Paul Revere friends in Boston. Everyone's excited about Frank Martin getting UMass back on, and what he's preaching is toughness. But he's being matched against one of the tougher coaches on the East Coast, a guy that's really provided a lot of wins here. And Charles Thompson has been his guy the last 3 years. And he's just going to show you that Charles Thompson, tell us about him. He's a really high-level kid, high-character guy. Super unpopular. He's keeping these young guys motivated when things go bad for Towson on the defensive end. He's really done a great job, in my opinion.
He is the leader of this team. He gets it from his father, Tony Thompson, who twice fought for the heavyweight championship. 64-57, there's a trip on May. That'll be his third. And UMass back to the free throw line. Yeah, Charles is about as personable of a kid as you'll ever meet.
At the line for UMass, Keon Thompson shooting 1-1.
So Thompson, who's got 13 points, all in the second half. Make it 14.
It's quite impressive. He's clearly, Frank Martin talked to him at halftime and said, we need you to step up. They don't have a pure point guard at UMass. That's the one thing, I really like Jing Guy. He's good, and clearly we've seen Davis from Detroit, and Diggins has a good assist to turnover, and the lefty carry is good. But if Thompson can play like this, he gives them an A10 guard. Like I said, it's a foul right there. It's a foul.
And that's on Hankins Sanford, his second.
You're playing hard, but that's a foul 30 feet from the basket. Now they're just going to go back to the free throw line and shoot 2.
So Charles back to the free throw line. He's got 6 points and 8 rebounds tonight. One thing that Charles has certainly improved on, Jimmy, is he has not been picking up the quick fouls.
No,
he's had that problem his entire career, but this season he is not, which has allowed him to stay on the floor.
Yeah, because he just does so many good things. But KG veteran, you know, he's learning. He's also learning. This is his team. You know, there were different guys that were leaders last year. This is his team. So that's a sense of maturity there. But yeah, the A-10. Now, I told you I had Coach Caputo and GW. They beat Navy in overtime last night. Navy who beat Towson in overtime here a year ago, right? So good game to watch the physicality of these teams play.
1 of 2 for Thompson, and the Tigers by 7 with 8:38 to go.
But I've watched the Towsons more from afar than you have. This is the best they've played from start to this point in the game, in my opinion. A full game this year. You just want to finish.
There's another drive by Thompson. Missed this one.
Yep, came in out of bounds. Can't be the first one to touch it. It's like the NFL. Yep.
Not a call you see very often.
No, but Earl Walton got that call right.
You may go a whole year and never see that call. Thompson sits down, Parr back in.
So now they're a little run and jump there. Almost a mini 55. I like to attack this pressure. There you go.
May heads to the basket, but he got stripped. And here comes UMass the other way. 2-on-2 break. Whip it out to Thompson for a 3, and he hits it. Thompson with 17 points all in the second half.
And now they're going to sort of run and jump here. Josh Cohen's looking, if he doesn't, he was going to go run and jump that if he had to.
And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
They're getting aggressive out there on their defense, and they're forcing the pace of play. Got to finish that. Nice. That might have been
May with 20.
What a dunk by Christian May. Fans love that one.
Now Davis for a 3, no good. So Christian May with a career-high 20 and Thompson with a career-high 17, both of them sophomores. Tigers by 6, 7:17 to go. Williamson drives. He's got a career-high 16 for the freshman and a timeout by Frank Martin. We'll take a break, 7:10 to go. Our score, Towson 69, UMass 61.
Let Baltimore County go.
Plus? We have Monumental Plus? Is this your job? I just show up when they tell me. Because the Wizards are on, but it says we're on Monumental. My wife's taping it somehow.
Oh, I'm taping it. I didn't know they had to.
They have one, but they have an alternate if they need it, if the Caps are not. So they must have put us on. That's impressive. Who's winning that Northeastern game?
Caps aren't playing. Caps aren't playing.
No, I know, that's why we might, but the Wizards are.
But the Wizards are playing.
Yeah, so they have to be on the main channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, bring in that dunk, please.
Can't commit to a season ticket with 14 home games. Choose from 3, 4, or 5 game mini plans starting at just $39. Get these great games on your schedule and make plans to see the Towson Tigers at home at TU Arena this season. Visit TowsonTigers.com to plan your season today.
Great arena here, great home venue. Look, I like you to hear us and watch us on TV, but it's a great experience right on top of the action. The Coastal's really good this year. As you said, there's some really top-level teams here. And Coach Scary's done a great job of building the whole. I see my friends, the Gills over there, who are like luminaries in the area. There's all kinds of different mixes of people up here from the city and the county. Come on up and come to a game in person.
All kinds of career highs being set tonight. May and Williamson for the Tigers. Thompson Jr. for the Minutemen. Feed it out to Thompson. 10 on the shot clock. Feeds it left corner and knocked out of bounds, but it's going to go off of Davis, and it will be Tiger ball when we come back. 6:47 left in the game. Towson by 8.
Challenge sponsored by Lido Pizza. Your contestants are Jack and Chris.
As a woman-owned and family-operated full-service plumbing company, Donovan Waterworks believes that honesty, trust, and respect are the keys to success. Donovan Waterworks provides plumbing services with the utmost attention to detail through safe, honest, ethical, compassionate, and professional work. We want every homeowner to feel empowered in making their own plumbing decisions. Call or visit DonovanWaterworks.com. Donovan Waterworks, your plumbing worries stop here.
Towson fans, we're in a new era of college athletics in which student athletes are able to monetize their own personal brands, making money off their name, image, and likeness, or NIL. NIL has become a difference maker for programs trying to compete at all levels of Division I, and the CAA is no exception.
Not only have I received value in the deals I've made, but it's been a great impact in the local community here in Towson.
I feel the same. I've been able to work with the youth, but also able to work with some major brands by leveraging my name as a Division I student athlete.
As a former Towson athlete, I've invested in supporting student athletes by contributing to the NIL initiative that support Towson University, which allows individual contributors and companies to make an investment to keep Towson University competitive in this new era.
If you would like to support Towson Tigers through NIL initiatives, please email nil@towson.edu or call 410-704-4668.
We'd welcome the opportunity to help you meet your goals while supporting our spectacular Towson student athletes.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
Tigers up by 8 on UMass with 6:47 to go. Other games in the CAA. Davidson leads Campbell 53-46 with 2 minutes left. Northeastern over Vermont by 3 with 5 minutes to go. Hofstra over Iona by 7 with 2.5 to go.
Yeah, I saw Hofstra. They played GW earlier. Hofstra's good. You know, they obviously lost their best player, who's now at Arkansas, so that happens.
Williamson feeds up top to
Finish
May.
that.
May going to drive, goes up, he gets fouled. He's back to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's doing a great job driving. Like I said, he started with some mid-ranges, then he hit a couple threes, banked one in. You know, it's your day. Dunked on somebody's head, and now he's driving and getting back to the free throw line. He's taking that next step, and that's what you expect out of a sophomore. You know, the first couple games aren't that easy to play.
6 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
So Northeastern up 3, Vermont. For John Becker. I went to school with John Becker. Really good. I like Bill Cohen from Northeastern. That would be a good win for Northeastern.
Cohen out and Hankins Sanford in. Towson by 9 with 6:29 to go. Sophomore's second is also good. He's got 22, just keeps adding to that career high. Thompson in, Chase Parr sits down. Curry over midcourt, up top to Hankins Sanford. Give it back to Curry. 20 on the shot clock. And now May
nice
steals
steal.
it away. Gonna go one-on-one with Curry, lays it up and in, and he's fouled.
Fan favorite. He's talking to his guys in the crowd. I love that. To be at Charles Village later, hanging out. That was a nice steal and finish. Got his hand on the ball. See, he didn't just give up. He was 40 feet from the basket, just didn't. He took his perimeter defense serious, reached his hand out, stole it, then went up and finished. Let's finish the and one here. He's just really playing with a nice sense of belonging, which I like, because, you know, Scary's going to need somebody to step up and fill that void in the scoring hole. It looks like it's going to be May.
Free throw is no good, and the rebound grab by Hankins Sanford. Towson by 12 matches their largest lead of the game with 6:05 to go. Dribbling around to his right, Hankins Sanford puts it up, no, and May grabs the rebound.
Doing everything.
That's his 7th of the night.
It was an excellent job by Towson there to go up and contest the shot but not foul.
May works it down low to Suleiman, who drives, puts it up, no.
Gotta finish stronger than that. Now sprint back, match up in transition.
Jingay the other way, and he falls down, throws it up, and Thompson grabs it.
Nah, I agree. I wouldn't call the foul either.
He just slipped.
Now Jingay's got to watch here.
Now bad pass, but it comes right back to Williamson in the corner. May wide open for three. Got it! And the Tigers by 15 and a timeout by Pat Scarry. 27 points for Christian May. Now let me ask you this. He came in tonight, he was coming off probably his worst game of his career against South Dakota State on Friday night. He's been struggling all season long. Hitting those jumpers early, I think, totally changed his attitude.
Look, I coach with the Hall of Famer, Gary Williams. The only way to get out of a slump is to start by getting baskets that are close to the rim. He took a couple of 10-footers, you make a free throw, you hit a layup. Look, Juan Dixon was the greatest player in the history of Maryland basketball for a reason, because he led us to a national title. But he understood the game. You don't just fire threes thinking you're going to get hot. And one of the things that I don't like about the modern era is that they take too many bad threes. Well, May comes out, in other words, and he takes a bunch of good twos. He shot fakes and gets into the paint. Those good twos, then the basket looks bigger. And like I said, hey, you're playing Houston, Wake Forest, North Texas. Those were tough teams. You're playing on the road, a tough trip. South Dakota's that place. They have a lot of big games there. I've seen Wisconsin play St. Mary's there. There's like 4,000 people, but it's a funny little trip. Now you're back in the confines of your home. You're playing against a team you beat last year, but you know that this is a big game. You know, if you're the Towson Tigers, including Christian May, that you can't take your foot off the gas 1 minute tonight. And I like that because he's really dialed in and focused.
Worthy up top to Hankins Sanford. Down low to Cross in the corner. A three, good by Robert Davis Jr. He's got 11.
It's about as well executed a play as you can have for Frank Martin. Patience, high-low, and they knew the shooter was in the corner. They knew that Towson was going to help. Kick out Cross, unselfish. Kick out three to Davis. Perfectly executed out of the timeout.
Williamson works it to May for another three. This one no good, and it goes over the backboard, out of bounds.
See, in other words, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't take. Look, the guy played for Joey Wooten, Joey and Terry Lynn, my buddies down at O'Connell, and they're the head of the McDonald's All-American Committee. May there, you're feeling it, but now shot fake and drive it. You know, because they're going to play your three because you just made one. You got to keep playing chess if you're going to be a scorer, and that's Juan. Steve Francis was good, but nobody was better than Juan Dixon at that.
There's a drive and a shot by Cross. He makes it, and he's fouled.
Once he's in that paint, he's tough. He's really evolved his game into a four-man. I'm telling you, him and Cohen are going to be an issue down the stretch in the A-10. The question is, can they get the wing play? But Towson was ready from the jump. If Frank Martin looks back at this game, it's a 10-point game. It's far from over. But Pat Scarry won the first 4 minutes, then he won the next 4 minutes. He won the first 8 minutes, and that's what you got to do because, you know, the Minutemen were coming in here with a chip on their shoulder. They're playing full court press right now.
Williamson has it in the backcourt, brings it over midcourt.
They kind of run and jump in there. See, somebody's got to get to the foul line and become a receiver and then just attack. And I would like to see Jones or Estrada, because he's really a good ball handler, flash to the foul line when they try to run and jump you, then just go score it or pass it out.
Thompson with a right hand. Gets it home. He's got 9, and the Tigers by 11. 3:38 to go. Time running out on the Minutemen.
So Scary's a better coach than me. See, he was patient. He used a lot of clock and then still got Iwana, which was a layup. They're switching up there.
Thompson spins in the lane, pumps, puts it up,
good block
by Tejada, but he gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Cross gonna fire a 3, no good. Charles Thompson with his 9th rebound of the night.
As good a defensive possession they had the whole night. That's because Scary was coaching the whole possession. Good for him. He's basically out on the court. I love that. Tejada's good. He stayed down. They switched that. He stayed down and blocked the shot. Ooh, don't need to force that.
Messiah Jones able to get the errant pass. 10 on the shot clock. Gives it to May.
Plenty of time.
May dribbles to the top of the key. Tries to feed a pass, and it's almost intercepted. Jones gets it and throws it up at the buzzer, and the Tigers with a shot clock violation, and we've got a timeout.
At least they used all 30 seconds. When you're up 9, that's okay.
Tigers up 78-67. We're back at TU Arena. 41 fouls in this game. We've had 50 free throws, and the Tigers leading the Minutemen 78-67. One thing Coach Scarry going to be happy about, the Tigers out rebounding the Minutemen by 9 here with 2:44 to go.
Yeah, now they just have to handle the pressure. Look, Mass is going to try to drive the ball and score coming out of this timeout. I know Frank Martin. And then they're going to set up a full court press. They're going to try to trap him. That surprised Towson a couple times. Now they've adjusted. This is good, solid defense here. There goes Thompson driving. He's like suspected. Now he's going to get free
throw. Fouled by Lowry, and he's gone.
And
so Mekhi Lowry has fouled out of the game.
He's going to, he fooled me, Thompson, and drove left that one time. He finished with his right hand. But he basically wants to drive right. You just have to sit on his right hand, almost ice him. There's no ball screen to push him into, but make him go left and see if he beats you again that way.
Thompson Jr. with a career-high 17 tonight.
Yeah, played very good.
Hits the first free throw. He's now 7 of 10 from the free throw line.
Now, see, I like Tejada. Of course, Tejada's, Williamson's your point guard here. But I like Tejada as an outlet here because he's tall, he's rangy, he can handle the ball well, he got good court sense. So, because they're going to press, they're full court pressing right now, and they're probably going to try to trap the first pass, maybe even. Well, there they go. Now they're out. They're probably going to run and jump again. This is where I want Tejada to flash. I want Tejada to be a really good receiver.
The other thing the Tigers have going for them is that Cohen's on the bench with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good player. I touted him the former NAC Player of the Year. I think maybe one thing UMass could have done different was get him a little more touches.
Williamson up top to May, 8 on the shot clock, gets it to Thompson. Charles spins, turns, shoots, hits. Charles with 11.
I mean, that was a spin back, and that wasn't a jump hook. He turned and shot a jumper, kind of a one-handed in-the-air jumper. Very good shot. Once again, now you got to get over that screen. There you go.
Worthy
Don't leave
in
the corner.
Feed underneath the cross, who lays it in, and Frank Martin calls a timeout. Down by 9 with 1:45 to go.
But Scary's done a good job of it. He's got a couple of different times where they ran the shot clock all the way down. Yes, they had one violation, but 3 times in a row, he ran the shot clock all the way down, and twice they scored. And the other time, there was a turnover out in the shot clock, so there was no opportunity for UMass to come down and score fast.
By the way, William and Mary leading Old Dominion by 3 with 18 seconds to go. That'd be a good win.
That would be a good one. I saw Old Dominion. Old Dominion, Jeff Jones, but that's a good win.
So the Tigers up by 9 with 1:45 to go.
William and Mary, he's done a good job. They came here and lost. We saw them earlier. What, last year? No, we saw them earlier. Yeah, last year. Robert Morris came this year. William and Mary they made 18 threes, but GW beat them. I did that game on TV. William and Mary spreads out and shoots a lot of threes. They made 18 threes, but Caputo and GW managed to beat them. This league, the top half of the Coastal, to me, looks as good as anybody at this level. You know, there's lots of, but you go into Rep Arena and you win at UNC Wilmington, that's a big-time win. And then beating Villanova is a big-time win. Like, these are starting to add up for your strength of schedule, which pushes your RPI. It's not just about getting an NCAA bid nowadays, it's about getting an NIT bid. You know, see what happens. I thought Charleston last year myself, whether they won the league or not, I thought they fully deserved an NCAA bid. Did you?
Absolutely. I think there should be a rule. If you win 30 games, you should automatically get into the tournament. The Power Fives don't like that rule.
No, they would probably not like that rule.
All right, full court pressure by the minute.
They're going to trap that, but see, they don't go to intercept. We got to try to take away the inbounder. And Towson handles it. All right, they want to be tough with the ball because they're probably going to foul. There you go.
Williamson
so they'll make
gets
free
fouled.
throws.
UMass foul number 1, Daniel Hankins Sandberg. That's his 3rd.
So Dylan Williamson will go to the free throw line, where tonight he is 4 of 4.
That's where Coach Martin's been doing a lot of good teaching. Had him on the sideline, just step on the sideline and continue the trap. Don't foul out and let him split. Williamson, crafty guy, splits that, gets the foul call. He's got to make his free throws.
He's got to make one to make it a 4-possession game with 1:36 to go. Cohen will check in with those 4 fouls. Williamson makes it a 4-possession game. 81-71.
Don't let him have a quick score. Yep, he's taking away his right hand. Hard hedge by, I like that, by Mitchell Thompson, so you don't let him turn the corner.
Davis for 3, and he
airballs
throws up an air ball. 1:19 to go.
Now Pat wants everybody out. Coach Scary wants everybody out to give Williamson some room. Now you just need one receiver. That's where Thompson's smart. He'll hold the ball.
Williamson out at the midcourt circle. 1 minute remaining in this game.
There's no more closely guarded call. Thompson's playing like there used to be closely guarded.
Too much dribbling there by Dillon and stolen away by Cohen. Gets it ahead, and stepping on the baseline is Thompson, and the Tigers will get it back with 51.6 to go.
And this is all a learning curve for Williamson, but it's nice to learn when you're up 10.
This by far the most points Towson has scored in a game this year. The previous high was 70 against Coppin. May gets it into Williamson.
Yep, now swing it.
Back to May. Gets over midcourt, double teamed. Frank Martin wanted to travel. Down low to Hada. Reverse layup, missed it. And the rebound comes out and is grabbed by Charles. And the Tigers can run it down to about 15 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, a couple balls didn't bounce Frank Martin's way, but I thought from the start Towson was just a little tougher. Frank Martin's going to use this as a teaching moment. Believe me, the UMass program is in good hands with Frank Martin. They're just going to continue to get better.
Williamson misses the three. Rebound grabbed by Suleiman, and that will do it. The Tigers will run out the final 8 seconds. Ball game is over as the two good friends, Pat Scarry and Frank Martin, shake hands. As Towson gets to 4-5, stays undefeated at 3-0. Minutemen with their first road game of the year fall to 4-2. So a good, absolutely great win tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I just once again applaud Coach Scarry for having them down here. This is a real challenge. I love teams that play good teams early. Here comes Coach Scarry, but it was a great game. And don't forget, Saturday at UMBC, Spiro. I'll see you there.
Let's go to Pat Scarry and Luke Burkett.
Coach, Christian with 27, Dylan with 17. Thoughts on the overall performance today by the Tigers?
Yeah, just tremendous toughness against, really well-coached UMass team. Really appreciate Frank Martin playing us. A lot of other schools in this region haven't done that. That's a game that's going to make both of us better, but really proud of Christian, just to bounce back. That's what we believe he's capable of. And Dylan did an unbelievable job quarterbacking us, but that was a total team effort.
A lot of fouls early on, 10 minutes left, both teams in the double bonus. What was the talk there during that media timeout?
Try to take away strong hand drives and stop fouling.
Thanks, Coach.
I'm sure he was saying the same thing.
Thanks, Coach.
So the Tigers win this one by a final score of 81-71. And Jimmy, for the Tigers, back on the road, as you mentioned, for the next two. They'll play UMBC on Saturday, have a week off for finals, and then take on Bryant up in Long Island at the Islanders' new arena near Belmont Park, which will be a tough game. Bryant beat FAU earlier this year.
Yeah, Bryant's a team. They went to the NCAA 2 years ago. Look, Coach Scarry has played a challenging schedule, and I applaud him. It's going to be great to see you up in Long Island. I'll be up there doing the TV games. But Steve, the athletic director, does a tremendous job here at Towson. It was really nice having the new president, President Mark Ginsburg, on there as well. Towson, so it's a great place to come to a game. But Coach Scarry's team, that was a nice reward for the tough schedule they played, and this is going to serve them well in January and February.
Two Tigers with career highs tonight. Christian May with 27, Dylan Williamson with 17. Thanks to Mike Bacon and all our crew. For Jimmy Patsos, I'm Spiro Marikas. Final score, Towson 81, UMass 71. Talk to you Saturday.